Hi everyone, I'm Paul and welcome to today's beautiful British English bite-sized fluency lesson, where today we're going to be talking about chunks, language chunks. What is a language chunk? Why is it important to you, and how can you use a language chunk to become fluent in English? Welcome back to today's beautiful British English bite-sized fluency class, and today's lesson is all about chunks. And the reason I want to talk about chunks today is because lots of people have been asking me about language chunks in my lessons. And a language chunk basically is just a group of words that are used together to create a phrase. Now, some of these groups of words may be commonly used phrasal verbs, collocations, things like that. The interesting thing about chunks when it comes to learning a language and becoming fluent in a language is not actually the words themselves. And I teach chunking in my lessons. I encourage my students to learn chunking, and I'm going to explain why and how I do that. The reason why is because learning a chunk or a phrase is actually easier, in my opinion, and also better than learning individual words. Now, when I am speaking my native language of English, I don't speak individual words. I use chunks, and a lot of the chunks that I use are commonly used phrases, and I tend to say them, I tend to speak them quite quickly, but they also have a rhythm to them. So there's a couple of examples that I've written on the board here. Okay, so I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Paris. Okay, now if we just take the word Paris out of this sentence, I want to go to is a chunk. It's a phrase, and we can literally add any noun here. Obviously it's going to be a noun of a location, of a place. So this could be Paris, this could be Rome, this could be the cinema, this could be the supermarket. Okay, so this location could be anywhere. But this is the chunk of language that's interesting. And when native English speakers say this phrase, it doesn't sound like I want to go to. I want to go to. This is what it sounds like when I say it. I want to go to. I want to go to. Very different. I want to go to. Yeah. So the way that we teach chunks or learning chunks is not just the words or the phrase, but it's all about the rhythm, the word stress that you use, and the connected speech that we use. This is a great way for you guys to become more fluent when you are speaking a language. Because if you say, I want to go to Paris, it's absolutely perfectly grammatically correct, you're using the right vocabulary, but it doesn't sound, it just doesn't have the sound of fluency, which is what you guys want. You want the sound of fluency. So if you listen carefully to my voice, I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Paris. I want to go to Paris. Learn the chunk. I want to go to. I want to go to. I want to go to. Repeat it. Yeah? Listen to this part of the video again and again and again, and practice this repeating the phrase using the same rhythm that I'm using. I want to go to. I want to go to. I want to go to. Yeah? And it's by practicing that rhythm of the speech that will make you sound fluent. Because I want to go to, if we can draw them, it doesn't sound, I'm trying to think about how I can visualize this, so I'm going to visualize it. If I visualize, I want to go to Paris, it kind of sounds like this, it kind of sounds monotone, whereas I want to go to, yeah, it has rhythm to it, and it's the rhythm that is really the fluency skill in English. It's actually the fluency skill that occurs in most other languages as well. Yeah, so it's the rhythm of the chunk which is the real key to your fluency, and it includes connected speech, which I'll touch on in a few minutes. It includes word stress, which words are stressed, which words are unstressed. For example, in this sentence, to is unstressed, to is unstressed, and so is to. And I wanna go to Paris. I wanna go to Paris. Yeah. So this word here and this word here, they're both to. They are unstressed. So my intonation in my sentence, actually on these two words, drops. I want to go to Paris. You do not hear the word to in my sentence. The sound doesn't exist in my sentence. I want to go to Paris. I wanna go to Paris. Yeah. So we've got intonation. The individual words that I stress, in this case, I want, and usually this word, I want to go to Paris. Okay. So the stress, the intonation, the connected speech is important in this lesson. Right, let's look at the second example. I don't have any money. I don't have any money. Again, pronouncing each individual word gives you a kind of a monotone. There's no rhythm to it. Whereas I would say this, I don't have any. I don't have any. I don't have any money. I don't have any. I don't have any. Yeah, it's got a rhythm to it. I'm using connected speech, I'm using stress, I'm using intonation. And that, my friends, is what chunking is. Now, where you can learn chunking best is by listening to native English speakers on TV, radio, podcasts, anywhere where you can listen to native speakers, and you've got to be able to identify some of the phrases, I suppose. But really, the trick is listen and copy. Listen and copy the rhythm. Find somebody out there who speaks in the way you want to speak, fluent English, and copy their rhythm of speech. Yeah? Copy the patterns that they use. And that is how you become fluent. Let me just touch on connected speech, just very, very briefly. I'm sure a lot of you guys are very, very familiar with connected speech. But here I'm saying, I want to. I want to. I want to, when we're connecting, becomes I wanna. I wanna. Yeah? I wanna. This word wanna does not actually exist in the English language. It is not a real word. It is merely a sound. This is just a sound that exists. The same with I'm gonna. I am going to becomes I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna is not a word that exists. It's just a sound in the language. And the same with you should have. You should have done something. You should have done it. You should have done it. So this connected speech, this is really, really important. I think this is the best thing for you guys to listen for and copy and use that to start creating your chunks. Okay, so I want you guys to watch more YouTube videos and listen to native English speakers using chunks. Listen to the expressions, listen to where the expression is created, the sound of the expression, the rhythm of the expression. TV, podcasts, radio, anywhere where you can listen, copy. what you hear. Yeah? And that is the best way to become fluent when you are speaking. If you want to sound fluent, copy the rhythms and the sounds of native English speakers. Okay, that's it for today. See you soon.